Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Baby MacBean. We're doing circle time.
Oh.
Ready? Here we are together, together, together. Here we are together, all sitting on the floor. There's Nolan. Who do you miss, Nolan?
Ella.
Isla. And Samuel. Samuel, who do you miss? Skylar. And Adeline. Adeline, who do you miss?
Hudson.
Hudson? Okay. And Samsara. Samsara, who do you miss?
Celine.
Celine. And Elliot. Elliot, who do you miss? Who? Isabella. And Charlie. And Charlie, who do you miss?
Medina.
Medina. And here we are together, all sitting on the floor. Hey, what do you think our color is? Red. Okay. Adeline, can you show me where my red is? Where's all of my red? Show me.
Right there, right there.
Right there, right there. Where else do I have red?
Right there. On your earrings.
On my socks?
Yeah. And on your earrings.
On my earrings? Where else?
And on your...
On my tree.
Oh, and on your neck. I like your neck.
Oh, and on my bracelet.
No.
Where is your red?
Right here.
Right there. Samuel, where is your red? The plaid in your shirt. Adeline, where's your red? Yeah, you have red there. Do you have red in your hair?
No.
No. Okay. And where's your red?
Red. Oh, yeah. Some red.
Elliot, where's your red? On your shirt? Yes.
Oh,
And
blood.
Charlie, where's your red?
And the blood.
On your pants?
And the blood. And my dress.
And your dress. And what else is red, Sammy? Your blood is red? You are right, but your blood isn't showing, we hope. Okay, we're going to read a story today. What color is our book? Red.
I have red too.
The story of Ferdinand.
I remember this story.
You remember this story?
Yeah. Story at home. I don't
You
remember
do?
this story.
This is a before 5 in a row book.
Yeah.
Everybody at home, you need to get the before 5 in a row books. Okay, let's look at the picture. Okay? And let's show our friends at home. And once upon a time in Spain, Spain is somewhere in Europe, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was a little bull, and his name was Ferdinand. I have a couple of little bulls here. All the other little bulls he lived with would run and jump and butt their heads together. See, they're running and jumping and butting their heads together. But not Ferdinand. He liked to just sit quietly and smell the flowers. Can everybody show your flowers? Where's your flowers? There they are. He had his favorite spot out in the pasture under the cork tree. It was his favorite tree, and he would sit in its shade all day and just smell flowers. Sometimes his mother, she's a big cow, would worry about him. She was afraid he would be lonesome all by himself. Why don't you go run and play with the other little bulls and skip and butt your head, she would say. But Ferdinand would shake his head. I like it better here where I can just sit quietly and smell the flowers. Okay, you guys all have flowers?
Yep.
Yep.
These ones are pretty.
His mother saw that he was not lonesome, and because she was an understanding mother, even though she was a cow, she let him just sit there and be happy. So there's the mama cow, and here's Ferdinand. As the years went by,
This is Ferdinand.
Ferdinand grew until he was very big. You can see when he was 1 week old, and when he was 3 months old, and when he was a year old, and now he must be 2 years old, because that's just about as tall as he is. He grew and grew until he was very big and very strong. All the other bulls who had grown up with him in the same pasture would fight each other all day. They would butt each other and stick each other with their horns. What they wanted to do most of all was to be picked to fight in the bullfight in Madrid. And there's a sign. And do you think bulls can read? No, I don't think bulls can read, but they're standing there looking at the sign like they can read. And it says Bullfight in Madrid.
It's a cow.
These are bulls. Bulls are daddy cows.
Oh.
Cows are mommy cows. But Ferdinand, he still liked to just sit quietly under the cork tree and smell the flowers. One day, 5 men came in very funny hats to pick the biggest and fastest and roughest bull to fight in the bullfights in Madrid. Look at, they all look so different. Look at all those different hats. And look at their face.
Look, like colors. I like this.
Yeah, their faces all look different. Their hats are all different.
Look, like wonder.
Okay, here's the 5 men. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the other bulls ran around snorting and butting and leaping and jumping so that the men would think that they were the very strongest and fierce and pick them. Ferdinand knew that they wouldn't pick him, and he didn't care. So he went out to his favorite cork tree to sit down.
He said on the bee.
What is that?
A bee. I want the bee. I want bee too. I want a bee.
Oh, this is a bee.
I want it.
Okay, I'm going to show you how it works. There's something like a glove.
I want a bee. I want the bee. I want
And
a bee too. I want a bee.
This is the bee.
I want it.
And if parents at home want to get a bee like this, it's Folk Manus. But this video is not sponsored by Folk Manus.
I want it.
But they're a great puppet company. Okay.
I love bee too.
Okay, I'm going to give it now. You're going to share that with Adeline.
I love bee too.
And Charlie and Elliot can share that bee.
I already got that.
Okay, look, the bee is sitting on some clover. And there's Ferdinand's backside, and there is his tail. What do you think's gonna happen? He didn't look where he was sitting, and instead of sitting on the nice, cool grass in the shade, he sat on a bumblebee. Well, if you were a bumblebee and a bull sat on you, what would you do? What would you do if a big bull sat on you?
I would sting him.
You would sting him. And that's just what the bee did to Ferdinand. Whoa, look at Ferdinand's face. He looks very surprised. He looks way surprised. Wow, did that hurt? Ferdinand jumped up with a snort. Look, see these little lines? This is the snort coming out of his nose. he ran around puffing and snorting and butting and pawing the ground as if he were crazy. Look at, here's the 5 men in the strange hats. The 5 men saw him and they all shouted with joy. Here was the largest and fiercest bull of all, just the one for the bullfights in Madrid. So they took him away for the bullfight day in the cart. Look, poor Ferdinand is in this little bitty cart and there's a whole bunch of horses it's taking to pull him. There's so many I can barely count them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 horses.
I can do 7.
You can do 7?
And 8 too.
And 8? Oh, good. What a day it was. Flags were flying and bands were playing and all the lovely ladies had flowers in their hair. Oh, what does Ferdinand like? Flowers. And the lovely ladies have flowers in their hair. Whoa, what do you think is going to happen? Oh, look, Samsara's putting flowers in her hair. Turn the page. They had a parade in the bull ring. First came the bandoleros. There's the bandoleros with long, sharp pins with ribbons on them.
That's not a bee. That's flower.
To stick in the bull and make him mad. So I don't think anything could make Ferdinand madder than when the bee stung him. Next came the picadors, who rode skinny horses, and they had long spears to stick the bull and make him madder. So over here they're going to make him mad. Here they're make him madder.
Can you go thank someone?
Then came the matador, the proudest of all. He thought he was very handsome and he bowed to the ladies. He had a red cape and a sword and was supposed to stick the bull last of all. Hey, our color of the day is red and he has a red cape. His cape is red. Then came the bull, and you know who that was, don't you? It was Ferdinand. Look, Ferdinand's peeking out right there. Okay, let's turn the page. They called him Ferdinand the Fierce, and all the bandoleros were afraid of him. Look, fear, look at their faces. They look afraid. And the picadors were afraid of him. And the matador was scared stiff. Ferdinand ran to the middle of the ring, and everyone shouted and clapped because they thought he was going to fight fiercely and butt and snort and stick his horns around.
Look, Miss Claudia.
You have flowers.
Look, it can do this.
Yes, but not Ferdinand. When he got to the middle of the ring, he saw the flowers in all the lovely ladies' hair, and he just sat down quietly and smelled. Can you go? He's smelling all of the flowers. He wouldn't fight and be fierce no matter what they did. He just sat and smelled. And the bandoleros were mad. And the picadors were madder. And the matador was so mad he cried because he couldn't show off with his cape and his sword. So they all had to take Ferdinand home.
Oh!
And for all I know, he is sitting there under his favorite cork tree, smelling the flowers, just quietly. He is very, very happy. The end. Thank you for coming to Baby MacBean story time this morning. And please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. And I wanted to let everybody know that if you look at my pin right here on my shirt, Baby MacBean has went through the NAFCC accreditation program. And so we meet all of those standards for high quality childcare.